Our, our main contention, my lords, is that the trial judge misapplied the law, especially Article 24 of the Constitution on how and when to limit fundamental rights, and also the nature of Article 33. Um, the appellant has put out clearly the issues about vagueness, but I would like to talk about the second test, which is that any limitation of freedom of expression must pursue a legitimate aim. In our submissions, we've set out that Article 19 of the ICCPR sets out certain legitimate aims, including national security, public order, public health, but also speaks to reputation of others. And when you scrutinize Article 33, especially Article 33.2 and Article 33.3, you find something very instructive. Article 33.2 says that freedom of expression does not extend to propaganda for war, incitement to violence, hate speech, advocacy for hatred based on discrimination. And when you look at these areas where freedom of expression does not extend to, you realize that these are things that can cause actual harm to people. And then when we move to Article 33.3, it says that as you exercise this right of freedom of expression, you have to keep in mind others' rights and reputations. And so Article 33.3 speaks to a person's dignity and their reputation. Article 33.2 speaks to what is dangerous in a society. And we believe that was even the thinking when criminal defamation was found to be unconstitutional in the Jacqueline Okuta case, because it found that basing criminalization of speech on trying to protect rights and reputation of others is grossly disproportionate and not does not follow our democratic values. And we would like to urge this Court of Appeal to side with that thinking. We also find that looking at the wording in provisions of section 22, 23, and 27, it reveals certain aims. So, for example, 22 speaks to panic and chaos and violence. There you can see it speaks to a legitimate aim, really, of, you can say, security. But when you go to 27, it speaks to apprehension of violence, damage to loss of property, something that others, like, detrimentally affects a person, or indecence. And you realize this provision is all over in terms of what legitimate aims it seeks to pursue. And even section 22 that speaks to false information, you find that falsity is not really a legitimate aim under Article 33 of the Constitution. Falsity by itself does not cause violence, does not cause hate speech, does not cause propaganda for war, and so on and so forth. So it is also our contention that the provisions of section 22, 23, and 27 create new and fresh limitations to freedom of expression that were not contemplated under Article 33 of our Constitution. And we have cited an Indian case where a South African case where a similar provisions were created, and the courts in that instant found that these were fresh and new limitations that really were not warranted. My lords, for us, we support the petition, the appeal, and further ask for the courts to declare section 22, 23, and 27 unconstitutional, null and void, because they have really been used to stifle freedom of expression in a way that violates the rights of the people of Kenya.